All right. So I've been watching Siga this morning. Siga's been getting some nice moves up there, but don't know how it's gonna hold throughout the day. But they did get some more news that I will be reading momentarily. And then the SPY continues to go up as well. All right, so Siga's coming on down. Good morning, Danielle. Siga's coming on down for us. It was moving up quite a bit off that little bottom that it made down there at the $8. Um, has a little bit wider range. We'll have to see what it does on the open because pre-market does not do anything justice. RDBX getting some more pops as well under the 8. Got all the way up there to what, the 950s yesterday. Just a crazy move on a movie deal that I did not expect. But yeah, these are the ones that I'm watching this morning. SIG, Gov. I want to see if any of these other like GOVX and TNXP are going to react favorably to the monkeypox news since Siga got up there like that. TNXP is a little bit cheaper as well. They're like $2. I don't know what they can do. They're already red on the day. I'm just watching them throughout the day to see if they can start grinding up. Dport says AGR went up after we disconnected. LOL. Yup. Yup. I saw AGR yesterday when I came back. Usually in the afternoon, I come back and just check the markets and see what happened. Especially when I have to go out and actually do work and go away from home. Once I get back, I'm like, oh well, you know, oh well. But yeah, good morning, Dport 66. Appreciate you tuning back in. I'm gonna see what today wants to bring, and then the SPY looks like it wants to get back up to the 410. So I don't know. I mean, it's making moves up, and oil is coming on down. But yesterday, I am glad that I did what I did on I think it was, let me see, what was that stock's name? APYX. I just left it alone, man. It was grinding so much yesterday. It grinded up, but I mean, look at the range from the open. It opened somewhere around this $5 level, and it grinded throughout the day, five all the way up to five like 80 something, 580. So think about how many hours that is just waiting for it to move from 520 ish to 580. That's a 60 cent move, and you have to wait what? This is the hour chart, so basically all day for a 60 cent move. So I'm glad I walked away and went and made money other ways because I definitely was not about to sit around and wait on that. I usually, if I'm gonna trade something, I take two stabs at it. If I'm wrong both times, I'm like, hey man, it might just not be my day. But for the most part, I'm right a little bit. Like on APYX yesterday, I was up about $20. I was like, man, I'm just gonna let it play, let it follow the plan. But you know, got stopped out. So sometimes that happens. But I rather cut my losses small. I mean, overall yesterday I didn't know, but I lost $2.56. That's way better than letting that thing drop on me and hoping that it comes back up. I'd rather be right in the position that I'm taking the first time. Let me see. Deport says, yeah, it was struggling for sure, not worth it for sure. What do you think about CRTD? CRTD. CRTD. Got a pop up there. Right now my scans are set above $2 because of how the shorts have control down here. It's just hard to control it. The ranges get tight. Even if it does pop, it's an unpredictable pop on some of these cheaper ones. But let me read up on the news real quick on CRTD. CRTD. Okay, Credit announces a 40 million rights offering priced at $2. So has it reached $2 already or no? It got up there to 150, but that $2 mark is definitely probably gonna slow down right there on that news. Let me pop that back up. Okay, offering at $2. Today announced that, and when was this news? 17 hours ago. Today announced that it will conduct a rights offering to raise gross proceeds. Oh, so the company's trying to raise money. So that means that they are willing to dump. They are willing to dump to make that money. So that's kind of scary. Um, let's also look at the statistics out here. The float on this one is about 17.64 million. Got some insiders holding it. Institution 7%. They are operating in the red a little bit. Not much compared to some other companies, but let's go out to their profile and see exactly what they do. They have 56 employees. They're based in New York, United States. They provide economic opportunities for creators. The company operated in 3 segments: Created Labs, I guess I'm saying that right. Created Partners, Created Ventures. Its flagship product is Vocal, a content distribution platform that delivers a digital publishing platform organized into niche communities capable of hosting various rich media content. Okay, maximizes viewership. So they're kind of like I wouldn't say YouTube, but they're kind of like a marketing agent. Oh, well, there it is right there. A marketing agency for direct to customer e-commerce clients. So yeah. Yeah, so marketing agency. I wonder, see, the problem with Redbox, it was an entertainment slash like marketing thing, but I mean, it just took them so long to put news out on. I'm like, why is this thing going up? Well, it's just because of that movie deal. So, and when they posted the original news, they didn't name the movie that they got a deal with or whatever. They were just like, oh, we got some kind of news, and that was it. So it was kind of vague on Redbox, but Redbox continued to grind higher. So I knew there had to be at least a reason. Let me read some of these chats. Good morning, One Life. Good morning, Daniel B. Lori. Let me see. Let's see. 4-day weekend. Good luck, everyone. One Life. Did y'all hear about Monkey lost over 4,400 yesterday trading options? Wow. Well, I've never got a loss that big on options. My biggest loss was about right under 2K, but yeah, that can happen when you press those buttons and you just sit there and watch the massacre. And with options, it's so hard to get filled where you want to because of the volatility and how the beta, delta, sigma, all of those values move. You can't get filled where you want to. It's now options is way more of an unpredictable guessing game, especially when it comes to entries and exits. Um, almost every buy or sell is almost a market order where you just get placed in there. It's like, oops, you know. Okay, okay, yes, good job, good job. Didn't know that the market will be closed until Wednesday. Didn't somebody say today was like a short? You had to watch Monkey Stream to see Death Spiral just adding and adding to a loser. Reminded me of HH. Man, I don't be adding to losers like that now. And I'll cut. Deport says RDBX should not be so freaking high. Yeah, that's what I don't. I mean, on that movie deal, I just didn't understand the logic. But maybe there was no logic there. Um, Daniel B's in here. Lori. Oh yeah, guys, make sure you hit that like button. If you're not a part of our Discord yet, the Discord link will be getting dropped in here in a little bit. If you're not a part of it, you can come be a part of the community. We talk about everything investing and entrepreneurship. I also update you about the streams. Like if something comes up in my life or something I just can't stream, I let y'all know in the Discord. But yeah, we definitely keep the Discord updated so you guys know about the crazy things going on in the markets. One Life says BWV. Anyone? Let me go look at BWV. Let's go see this death trap. Oh, you're talking about when I traded BWV. But BWV eventually came up, though. It just didn't come up on the day that I wanted it to. Right idea, just wrong timing. Or I wouldn't say wrong timing, impatient. I wasn't about to let my money sit in there. I just got out and I was like, whatever. Whatever. But yeah, today we got SIGA, Gov, and actually let's pop over here to the scans real quick. Look at the high floats and then work our way down. Today, the biggest movers in the high floats, PDD, Tesla's up 2%, and those are pretty much the only two that really matter there, up the most. Dell is up 11%, AMC is up 3%. In the low floats, we have GameStop, which is a little bit higher, 140 bucks. SIGA gave back a little bit, back under the 10%. PMVP, don't really know what that is, but the daily chart doesn't look great. Or no, that's asset or asset. I pressed on. Yeah, this daily chart still doesn't look great. This is a pharmaceutical company, so and very low volume at this point as well. So we'll just have to watch and see. We do have some big movers down. SWTX down 49%. MRTX down 31%. Let's see. Did I look at? Okay, no big downwards movement in the high float with volume. AEO down 8%. Okay. Into the low floats. We see these two are the biggest movers down. MRTX, SWTX at $40 and $16. Let's see where they actually closed yesterday. Closed at $58 yesterday, opening at or will be opening around the 40-50. SWTX closed at 30-ish, and it's down to 16.45, down 46% on the day. And then into the low floats, biggest movers down was CMRA, SPRC, which I jumped in for a little bit, but sold out of that. Did not trust that move, and it's going on down. Oil is down as well. It was up to the 1.4. I think it got up to about the 114.25-ish, 114.30, but it's back down as the SPY comes up. As we know, they usually inverse each other. So if the SPY's coming up, Oil comes on down, and then the inverse when it goes the other way. Let me look at some of these chats. My top stocks are right here that I'm watching. SIGA, GOVX. I was watching to see what it wants to do with its recent news. Will it just grind higher or what? RDBX. I really don't know about this one. I like Deport was saying. I just don't think it should be that high. It just went, and sometimes they go without you. And if it's not the right catalyst, you just gotta leave it alone. Um, AGRI was another one that I was watching to grind higher, but I don't know about this one. It has flattened out quite a bit. I would like it to come down and make a bottom at some point. And then TNXP and SIGA pretty much had the same news of the monkeypox. So I just stuck that one on the watch list as well. And then INDO for oil. But oil seems to be coming on down, so it probably won't come into play today. But it's just up there on the scanner. Let me read some of these chats. BMW. One life, one chance. He did good. If he will hold 30 minutes longer, the loss would be around 8K. That would have been an epic watch. Who doesn't like a train wreck? It bottomed around $10 cheaper than your entry. That's why you never add to a position going against you. Looks like stock will have quick pop and then Titanic direction. Good morning, Gary. Let's see who else we got in here. Lori. Let's see, One Life. Never average down, average only on the way up. But if the stock is more than 5-10% from pivotal point, then you are late. Don't trade. Um, One Life already knows. Consider subscribing if you're not already. And then Lori says, hello, lovely. How was your day? And then One Life said, I heard Ben got monkeypox. Ben doesn't have the monkeypox. He's just super duper busy and stressed out. And he's just handling the business, man. Handling the business of life. Aren't we all though? All right, but yeah, those are the stocks that I'm looking at. Don't really see much else that is interesting. I mean, I guess I could take time to look through all of these news reports, but I don't see a point. PDD was the earnings news on PDD. Dell, let me see what the news is over here on Dell. We got about 10 minutes to the bell as well. Raymond adjusts Dell Technologies price target 258 from 57. That's stupid. $1 price target move. Why? Just leave it alone. AMC, Wall Street bets stocks mixed pre-market. Ultra Beauty poised to surge. Workday to fall. I don't know. AMC's news is kind of wonky. Let me see. PMVP. That's the pharmaceutical. I'm not liking that one. It's only in phase 1 clinical trials. SIGA, European Union has agreed to buy Bavarian. Let me make this a little bit bigger. Bavarian Nordic Mvanix. Okay. So they're buying Tecovariat from SIGA in the US. Okay, so does that mean that SIGA's gonna be going up, or are they losing? Are they losing something? They're selling Tecovariat. I don't know. I'm gonna have to look into that. Former FDA Scott CDC says some monkeypox cases in the U.S. had no travel history, indicating community spread. Says Abbott Laboratories says is actively developing a PCR test for monkeypox. PCR test for monkeypox will be provided to global partners, just like the COVID test. Hopefully, they don't have to stick anything up your nose. It's probably going to be a dermal test where they'll take a sample of your skin and do a test like that. That'll be the easiest way. Let's see. Pharma. Look at this news. Pharma firm Siga cashes in on monkeypox scare. So they dumped everything at the top. They were like, you know what? It said it said almost $17, $15. We about to dump on every actually it did get up to 17. $17, we about to dump on everybody that was scared. Let's see what's the next one. Agrees. Yeah, that's about it. These other ones, Gov and all of those, I'm just watching those just to watch. But yeah, keep my head on the swivel. One Life One Chance said there is no cure yet for idiocy. Dane B says I have monkeypox, chickenpox, whalepox. Daniel B, why you gotta be so? Why you gotta be so you? Let's see. Lori Lee says, Lauren, my days was very stressful with planning flights, no direct flights here to Europe. And then the appointment system not working in my country. Oh man. Yeah, that's crazy. Okay. Well, we got about 7 minutes to the bell. And I think I have everything I want to watch up here. Actually, we looked at the top movers. Let's look at the top volume. Who's most interested in the top volume? So Redbox, Siga, mid floats volume. Let's see. AMC getting some volume there. And then Nvidia. It's not up much, but it is getting some volume on Nvidia. And then under that is Apple and PDD. Okay. Oh yeah, Lauren, you getting all that rain that passed through here and blew down all of my stuff. Yeah, getting a taste of it. Oh yeah, yeah, Lori. I think it's just your home country that's blocking because usually those comments that Daniel B leaves like that they get blocked for you. So yeah, I think it's just your DNS provider that's or not DNS. It'll be your YouTube in your country that would be doing that moderation. Daniel B, man. He is definitely a character. But, you know, okay, Siga did pull down quite a bit off those highs. It got up to the $11 and found resistance up there. We got about 5 minutes to the bell now. Keep my head on the swivel. If you guys see anything interesting, please drop it into the chat and I will definitely check it out. Good morning, GD in the building. Let's see what Siga wants to do, man. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why you would trade options on a 1 minute chart. That doesn't even make sense. Like, do you know how far an option can move in 1 minute? That's insane. There is no click to buy, click to sell. It's you need to actually schedule out your trade on options. There's no way you can trade options on 1 minute. Well, I say there's no way. There's probably a way, but it's not smart at all. Siga slipping on down there. Got 2 minutes left, and we see Siga losing itself a little bit, which was expected. The SPY has also been on an uptrend as well since it touched that was that the 387. It's kind of been trending upwards towards the 40 I mean the 410s. But we'll see what holds green on the day. Less than a minute. Appreciate that, One Life. Ulta may hit an all-time high today. Deport says Ulta with their earnings. What do you think about AVDL? Let me look at those. AVDL, 10 million shares traded. It's a dollar and something. It did take quite a drop from the $4. I don't know what the news is. I guess we can look at that a little bit later after we see what the market wants to do. We'll go and look at that. And then Deport said Ulta. What is it? Is that the ticker? Ulta Ulta Beauty. That's a beauty company. I don't know. I don't know about that one. We can look at it if after we see what the market wants to do here at the open. Whoa, that's 416 bucks. I guess you'll play options on that maybe. I don't know about Ulta though. I've never looked at Ulta. We'll look into it in a little bit. Siga gave a little bounce up, but this hour chart got some work to do back over this flat top, which is the 1050, which would be some resistance there. Who's gonna stay green on the day? Red box is the biggest green on the day out of the open. Moving from the 60s up to the 90s, 30-cent move right there. Making a high of day. Siga. So yeah, we're gonna stick with red box. It's the biggest mover right now. And we'll see what ends up holding green on the day, or will everything. Oh wow, look. Oh, I thought that was a SPY. I was like, SPY's up to 414. That's insane. Now the SPY's up to 408. PMVP, very low volume though. It's gonna have to get some more, pick up some more volume there. And then Agri. PMVP only 600,000 shares traded. Ooh, I do not like that. Look at how that popped up there during pre-market. Looks like a gap down 15, gap down, and then trying to come back up. That's a lot of nonsense right there. Okay, but it is the biggest green on the day out of the open. SIGA coming on back down, getting pressed. The bottom of this is the 1025s. Oil back at the 114s, but I don't think it's going to be at a hold. Lot of selling pressure right there on oil. SIGA looking like it wants to give up the ghost here. Will it go red on the day? Red box still just holding there. Found the resistance right around the $8 level. We'll see if it gets destroyed here. SIGA popping up there, making a high of day at the 1078. I'm going to look at what PMVP is and what is their news for the. Oh, that's the healthcare pharmaceutical stock. Under the 200 moving average. For it to go red on the day, it would have to get all the way back down to 1527. Actually, is that right? 1535 for it to go red on the day. All right, RDBX continue to push up as well, making a new high of day. RDBX is a monster. On the hour chart, the top is what's this candle? High of the 820. Should find a little bit of resistance there. Let's see if it does at the 820. 819. Need to see some big resistance here at that 820. There's it getting shot down right there off the 820. On the hour chart, you can see it clearly on that little flat top. PMV. SIGA tried to come back up here to the 1070, 1080s. Found a little bit of resistance. So who's going to hold up green on the day? SPY coming on up to the 409s. Blasting out of there, trying to get to the 410s. GOVX held this range for a while right above the $2. The bottom of this is the 195 on GOVX. It's got about 2 million shares traded on it. It's green on the day as well. Lori says, I like BTTX. Let me add that here. BTTX. Yep, has a double top that is headed back up to at the 247 was that top. Let's see if anything else popped up on the scans. BTTX is up 4%. Will it be able to compete with some of these other ones? Crazy thing is, none of these have reached 10 million shares traded yet. So, or even 5 million shares traded yet. RDBX being an absolute beast through the top, not giving any dip entries. Maybe it's a scalper, but this thing can crack down at any moment. Let's see how it holds at 820, which is the previous resistance. 825. SIGA coming on down. Yeah, so looking like the SPY wants to get on to 110. Only needs 40 cents now to push on up there to that 110 level. Ulta did go red on the day. Very small volume there. BTTX still sitting still there. GOVX had a dip down to the 196 up here to the 215s in this consolidation here. So can it start to get over the 225s and start holding that and building that bit? Wow, getting some pops there. Our chart, the 219 was where it got to in pre-market. Well, it was 219, high of 220 there. Okay. Things are definitely doing their thing. RDBX pulling all the way back, made a high of day. That high of day may be a little bit difficult for it to get back up to, but we'll give it a chance. Give it a chance to make a decision. PMVP did make it up to $17. Got the high of day up there at the 1755. A little bit higher float on that one. RDBX should be taking souls here in a little bit. SIGA. This breakout was from the 1087 up to the 1090. So a 3-cent breakout. I don't think that's coming up too soon. We'll see. Appreciate that. Let's see who that was. Appreciate that, BitDroid Trader over on Twitch. $10.48. Okay, finding some more weakness under that 1090. Let's jump back up here to PMVP. Continue to push up as well. Where is the resistance on this one? Let's look back here. Don't really know, but we can just observe. GOVX did not, or it did get up to that 222, just a very small crack, but not getting up and out of there just yet. SPY cracking the 410s, or it just tapped the 410s there. Came back down. High on this candle was 410.19. Definitely killing back up to the upside. Okay, PMVP busting out of there again. Break of the 1756 up to the 1793, getting into the 18s now. This is a biopharmaceutical company. The news on this one, let me pop that news back up. PMV phase 1 clinical data to be presented at the 2022 American Society of Clinical Oncology. The shares rise 17% as they are going to present this drug at phase 1 trial results or whatever. Okay. Um, we'll see about that. I don't know about that. Kind of weak news to be going up like that. RDBX starting to take souls, taking out the Reaper's scythe. SIGA is absolute. What in the world is going on? So nothing setting up for me yet. Everything's just ripping. Maybe would be good for some scalpers, but that's not what I'm into. Looking for some nice entries on these dips. GOVX just hanging around right under that 220 level. SIGA got quite a bit of a pump back up there to the 11s. Up 15% on the day. Okay. SPY did bounce off of that 410 just a little bit. I think it can push back up there and get through it, though. It's how much strength it's had over the last couple of days. PMVP getting pushed down off the 1815 there. Let's see what the dip looks like on that. This one has quite a bit of a spread. Let me go and check the float on this thing. Why is it moving that big just because PMVP? Oops. PMVP. What is this float looking like? Float is looking like 24 million. Okay, so it is a lower float. So, yep, I'll just be waiting around on a dip on that one. SIGA finally making its higher day. It invalidated this little trend. And we'll see if we can get a trend formation on the higher time frames that'll hold it down. BTTX still holding around this 240 level. Did get up to this flat top of the 243, which is where the resistance was. But that was just a test of that resistance. We'll see what the next moves for it is. Let's see if we can kind of start to see a trend at all on the 15. Okay. PMVP coming on down as well. SIGA may invalidate my little trend there. BTTX coming on down as well. Agri took a nice little dump. Very low volume. INDO also going downward. Yep, back under the 114s on oil. Ulta popped back up off of this level. Had a dip down to the 409s and back up to the 420s. Very volatile little stock there. That's crazy. Super volatile. That's a that's a what, $19 move? Or no, not 19. $10 move. All right. RDBX. Nothing obvious on that one. PMVP. Nothing too obvious. SIGA did pop up here briefly to this new high of the 1111. So I'm going to redraw that trend there and see if we can get any kind of dip action. You said RDBX at a potential buying area. I want it to be a little bit more obvious than that. I just don't trust it right here. Right now, it's under this little flatness that we pointed out earlier at the 820s. I really would like to see it kind of make a low, and then make another low, and then re-challenge that 820, which I don't think it can do. PMVP coming on down. Just may have to redraw this trend. We'll have to see. SIGA popping out, invalidate, so that trend's out of there. This breakout was from the 1126 up to the 1139. PMV back under the 17s. GOV bottom here at the 217s. May need to consolidate some more. RDBX back up to the 820s. Will it find that harsh rejection at that 820 here? On the 5-minute, we can see a nice trend setting up on the, well, is it going to stop? Is the 20s going to hold it? $24s, not looking like the 20s want to hold it there. Okay, got back up there to the top. Should be a nice little trend set up now. So now we can see a nice wow, is it still gonna push? Well, that's unfortunate. So no setups for me yet. Just continue to observe and see what kind of trend it wants to set up. All right, PMV took a nice little dip down on the hour chart. Definitely took a good dip down there. SIGA indecision to the bottom of the candle, trying to hold up those 11s. GOVX took a little bit of a pop back up after a pop down. RDBX coming to this flat top of the 835s. Let's see if this 820 comes back into play and starts to hold it down. Does not look like it. But we do see on the volume story, it had quite a bit of buying, then some selling, and then a little ramping down of the buying. So can the buyers come in here and start to ramp again up? Well, looking like it. Little breakout, 836 up to the 840s. Well, continue to push. Okay. Nothing for me there. SIGA, so yeah, everything's just blasting off. Nothing cares about any technical analysis today. Everything's just doing what it wants to do. The SPY is breaking the 410s, and yeah, I'm not willing to play up here at these highs with these things because they can snap back immediately. RDBX made a high of the 845, 850, becoming a little bit of resistance there. Okay, so SIGA is the biggest mover as of now, making high of days and never giving any kind of true dips there. Blasted all of these shorts, everybody that shorted this thing down from 1139 down here to the 11s got crushed in SIGA. RDBX, big moves down now. So now it has a high of day that we may be able to formulate something off of. But it is back under the 820s. Mm-hmm. PMVP. What is the chance that it gets it holds somewhere down here? It kind of a random buy. The volume has absolutely fell off of this one. I think everybody's more focused on some of these bigger movers up here that have more volume, that reached that 10 million mark. Oil back over the 114, so we see INDO reacting to that, but I'm not too interested in INDO based on everything that's going on here today. BTTX still holding around this 240 level. That flat top, well, it's getting through the flat top of that 244. The high here was the 248s, but it can be heavily manipulated being low volume and low price. GOVX also holding within its little range here right under that 220 level. Let me put that on the charts as a resistance, 220. Okay. SIGA finally looking like it wants to give some type of dip. PMVP, I think it needs to consolidate more with this type of move down, especially on the 15-minute. Still in that struggle bus. Okay, let's check out the volume here. So we had two candles, 10 minutes of 2 million shares traded, and now it looks like it's coming on. It's slowing down a little bit here. RDBX still trying to hold up, but just hovering around this previous level of the 820. The SPY is up to the 411s. It got up and held that 410 and continues to push. So that's why we see a lot of green out here that's unpredictable. Completely unpredictable green strokes upwards. Okay, GOVX pulled all the way back up here to the 216s. Kind of choppy there. Let's see what's this volume looking like. Volume has fallen off quite a bit. The top here is the 220s. So yeah, unpredictable on that one as well because there's a lack of volume. Everybody's up here waiting on SIGA to dip. PMVP going on down as well. Red box again, trying to get out of these levels. Weakness would be under the 825 here. If it gets pushed under there, that's going to be looking like a little bit of weakness. Anything else popping up here? Dport said MRTX has dumped. What was MRTX? Oh my gosh. Yeah, that got crucified. I don't even know what that thing is. I know the chart don't look good. Oh my gosh. Yeah, into a halt downwards. That's like the worst place you can be. The spy's coming up and then you're caught in something that's absolutely going inverse of the spy. All right, so this one's slowing down a little bit in here. Still got a pretty good range. 1123 was the bottom, came all the way back up to the 11, almost the 1150. So about 20-cent moves on these candles now. PMVP continuing down as well. Who's gonna compete on the day? Will everything become a grinder and follow the spy upwards? BTTX did throw what looks like a double top. High of 248, high of 248. So yeah, 248 became a little bit of a problem for it. We'll see if they can push it below the 240s on BTTX. But let's see. So there's some flat top resistance up here at 240. 248. SIGA also has a little, well, is this a flat top high of 1150, 1150? So double top on the 5 minutes on SIGA. PMVP continue to just gracefully fall back into the abyss. RDBX holding these, well, it just broke down. It was indecision in this level. Can it start getting momentum to the downside? Indecision around this 825 level for RDBX. GOVX got up there and tapped that 220. Found major resistance up there. Right back under the 220s there. Making that higher day. Only broke out what 20 the top of this was 22 up to the 24, so a 2-cent breakout there. Ulta has come down as well, coming back to those 418s. SPY came back under the 411s as well. All right, RDBX still having trouble getting back through that 825 level. Do the sellers want to sell it down through there? PMVP down to $15.91. This hour chart looks absolutely disgusting now. And so, yeah, everything's coming into its dip all at the same time. The SPY, everything's coming into its dip at the same time here. GOVX. Okay, so can it hold above that 220 on GOVX is the question. Still green on the day. Our two biggest green movers are SIGA and GOVX. RDBX is kind of losing itself. If it goes under like 5% here, I think it's not gonna be in the challenge anymore. Pushing, building that momentum downward under the 825 as well. Not looking too great there. We'll see if we can see an obvious trend set up anywhere on there. This one's still floating around the top. I do not like the way it's floating right under this 1150. Great short area there. GOVX, big indecision into what looks like a pivot downwards. We'll see. Can it get back up under that 220 or will it hold up that 225? Okay. RDBX getting that push down. INDO popping a little bit, but oil isn't doing that great. So I don't know what it's trying to do. BTTX came down to the 235s. May re-challenge this and go ahead and break through it. SPRC just got a, let's go look at that. SPRC. SPRC. What was SPR? Let me look at that. European Union has agreed to buy. Wait, this isn't the right thing. No, I'm looking at SPRC. Okay, SPY Spark to raise 10 million via private placement. It announces a pricing of 10 million at $2.82 per unit. So it's definitely above that. I mean, $2.80 something cents. Well, I guess everybody can get in because it's gonna be coming down. It's already reached that target, or is above that target that they're offering it. So how many people are going to? Okay, RDBX absolutely taking the lives of many. This is why we wait for the obvious setup. Nothing was obvious here. Okay, GOVX right up there to the top of the 230s. It may be one that's going to be strong on the day. It is the biggest mover now. At the 227, we'll see what a dip looks like above this 220. But I don't know if it can open up, but we'll see. SIGA. Okay, does SIGA coming down into these ranges? Let's see these candles. 11 up, about a 10-cent move there on SIGA, so it's kind of closing down as well. I would keep my eye on, what is RDBX? RDBX just killed everybody. On the hour chart, RDBX has been suffering from selling pressure here over the top for a while. It closed at this 750 level, which may be some level of support. The previous close around this 750-ish level, but we'll see what the action is there. But a lot of things just slowing down, you know, taking their time, closing down their ranges. Gary said that's why I don't trust RDBX. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, the movie news was so weak. I mean, Everybody that trades, you look at the news and you're like, okay, you got a movie deal that caused you to move from what, five, wait, not even $5. I don't even know when. I remember the news back in here was vague. So maybe $3 up to $9 on a movie deal, and the movie may be a bust, you know? It may be something that comes out and everybody hates it. So that's why I was so scared of RDBX every single day. I was like, this just don't make sense. It doesn't make sense. AGRI also coming back up as well. This is one that was on the watch that I was looking at. Pop down here to the 273 and is just kind of going sideways. Doesn't have a lot of volume behind it. It would definitely need to get some more volume at the 280s right now. Maybe the I don't even know on this one. It's not in the competition really. GOVX threw another wick up there. Tried to get to those 230s. Could not get it. And SIGA continues to come down as well. SIGA's going to have to consolidate a little bit. Had this big momentum up. I don't think it's going to be able to do much there to hold. SPRC coming on back down to the $3. So we're going to see who wants to actually hold up. PMV here did work its way from this this downtrend. The downtrend at this point is at the 1712. So it's going to need to come up and test the trend to show us that it has a little bit of strength. I'm not trusting it here though. BTTX, big moves, came down here to the 223s, got bought up, but is in big indecision there. GOVX falling back towards the 220s now. So we have high of days. So let me go through and kind of start marking these charts up for the high of days and whatever trends that may be starting. Actually, we can see a flat top here still. Let's see. It's got a little range here for resistance. SIGA going on down, cracking the 11s. It's working its way well away from any kind of trend right now, so no obvious trend on SIGA. Okay, PMVP. RDBX trying to hold up here, but after this big momentum, I highly doubt it's going to be able to take all this out in a very short period of time. It's going to take time to work back over this if it's going to do it. SPY back over the 411s as well. TNXP slowly making its way up there. It's on that same monkeypox news, but just does not have the volume today to compete. Top volume movers have about 10 million shares today, so who will compete with these top volume movers as they descend? Let's see. Do I see anything else? Okay, gotcha. Let me check that. Okay. Yeah, definitely get that done. All right. GOVX struggling with that 220 there. SIGA making sure it gets all the way back down through that $11. SPRC about to crack down that $3 again as well. PMVP still green on the day. We'll see who becomes the big green. Who becomes that stock today. Right now, PMV is working its way up the charts though. Or PMVP. Maybe a little grindy though. It's not a low. Well, yes, it was. It was 24 million in the float. So It's a pretty low float, but it's not obvious yet. TNXP. Where is that volume though? AGRI did go back red on the day. Was not able to make any more moves upwards. Let's see where BTTX. BTTX did push down into that buying pressure. So yeah. Okay. Well, good observation of the markets. Just waiting for something obvious is what I'm looking for. But the beginning was definitely a tornado. And when there's that much going on, it's hard to trade. It's hard to trade. AVDL hit $2. Oh, let's see what I want to get rid of. ADVL. No, AVDL. AVDL. Okay. AVDL did come up and hit $2. This move was a 30-cent move from the 160 up to the 196. Had quite a bit of a drop off the other day, or during a aftermarket into pre-market. And yeah, $2 becoming that resistance, which is why it's not on my scans, because my scans are scanning for over $2. If it were to get up there and hold, then it would probably be up there. But as of now, it's a no-go, bro. They manipulate those a little bit too much for me. GOVX. Siga. Yep, just what we thought. RDBX faked like it was going to be able to hold up here with this little long wick of buying. But this was nothing. This was bots. And now it's pushing those buyers on out of there. It might actually even, let's see, red on the day is 761 for it. So it might even go red on the day if it breaks, if it goes down 20 more cents. PMV jumping up there, but this would be the test off the lows. So moved from the 1580 up to the 1640. Is making some nice moves, but I want to see it get obvious for us. Especially as the volume sinks back out, because you know people lost money on this on these plays trying to scalp, trying to do all this other stuff. So waiting for the revenge traders to come in. And now we can actually see a nice little trend. We'll mark this as the trend for now until it gets tested. Yep, that is a long way away. Right now the trend is at the 814. Just not an obvious move up there. All right, let's see. For GOVX, just floating here at the 220s, not even moving. Look at how the volume is falling off here. Never even reached 1 million shares traded. All right, so let's get these trends drawn on this one as well. SIGA going on down there through the bottoms. PMVP coming up and testing the trend now. The trend was at the 1668. We'll see if we see major rejection there. We did get a bottom here of the 1582. So some support right here. See how it works its way down in there. Okay. TNXP continues to grind higher as well on low volume. Okay, so now biggest the biggest one is still GOVX and it's on its way down. PMV getting some rejection off of the trend right there of the 1650s. Still see my TDs on. Siga got another little stop point there, but still has big downward movement. SPY holding up that 411. I wonder will it start holding the 412s today? It's only 40 cents away. Or now 20 cents away. 25 cents away. Not taking any breaks. Lot of volume coming through though. Gov did break down the 220s there again. So ran into a little bit of some problems. Only was up 5% on the day. It'll probably work its way on down the list. PMV trying to get up and out of there, but it's very flat. If it was going to get up with some real upward movement, it would have been a lot steeper than this with that low float. But we're going to let it consolidate a bit. And now we can actually see an even better trend setting up here from the highs. GOVX holding at the 20s there, closing under the body of this previous candle. SPRC continuing to just play around at $3, waiting for the drop through. TNPX got the double top up there at the 211s. Kind of a weird number to get a double top, but okay. Ulta came back down to this 417 level after moving from the 409s up to the 420. Okay. So let's see if anything else is popping here. Go BTTX hustle. Okay. Still kind of interested in this one. This one's been coming up. I think this one's going to end up being the play though. PMVP. But I'm going to give it some time under this trend and see if it can just consolidate right under here and give us a nice firm breakout out of this trend. But as of now, I'm following the 15-minute trend, not the 5-minute. It's slightly breaking out of the 5-minute, but that means nothing if the higher time frames aren't aligning. Okay. So they're just battling it out. GOVX and PMVP battling it out. Who wants to be the one? And I believe the volume has slowed down now because at first my system was kind of slowing down. The Thinkorswim and the Street Smart Edge started to slow down just a little bit, but now people are like, they're getting to that point where they're actually trying to trade off the lows if they're going to do it. RDBX finding that resistance right under the $8 level. heavy trading under here, under the volume weighted average price, which is the VWAP. Yeah, I'm thinking this is going to be the one I want to watch, PMVP. Unless it takes a huge dump. Oh, SPY is over the 412s. I didn't even see it. Wow. SPY is breaking the backsides of many people. It is, oh my goodness. Think about if you played a put option on the SPY and you were like, yeah, I think it's going to be going down from 400. It's not going to get back up to 400. And then you wake up with this. This is more than a receding hairline. This is like a guillotine. All right, GOVX going on down there under the 216s, going away from that trend, so losing itself, and PMV becoming the pretty much the main one, especially if it can start breaking back up. But it has this bottom here at the 1583, which I would love to see get tested today. And it's also fighting a downtrend as well, so got a couple of marks against it on PMVP. Siga got a little bit of consolidation there, getting a nice little pop. We've seen those types of pops before. So yeah, now we can kind of see kind of a stronger downtrend on the fold. Oh my gosh. Okay. So at what point do you say Jesus take the wheel? I don't know. Got that little pop through VWAP and an absolute explosion off of that 1109. So we can see a little bit more clear on the 5 minute, but I don't like that the 5 minute and the 15 minute are so blurry. It's nothing obvious there. You should have took your GOVX at 230. Where's GOVX now? Yeah, GOVX, man, it just wasn't too obvious to me. I saw it, but now it looks like it's forming a short-term head and shoulders pattern. It's got a shoulder here at the 220, around this area, a head, and then we'll see if it pauses and begins to form another shoulder here at the 220 on the 5 minute. Okay, PMVP still looking okay, but I'm still not interested as of yet. I want to see it form a true low. I want to see some buyers come in here and actually get it off the bottom. But it's still the biggest mover on today. SIGA did bounce back up here. Let's see if it gets collapsed again. Got the trend there at the 10 or the 1109. Where are those shorts? This is the second entry for the shorts. Let's get it. Bang, bang. Keeping it right under the 11. Getting all of their little short fills right there at the VWAP, where people are thinking it's going to explode. Now, it may explode. It may explode, but that is a point that retail traders like to buy, that break of the VWAP. So, hey, market makers know what they're doing. We'll see if it explodes down, especially with a gap, with a move down like that and then a recovery. People have hope. So let's see if their hopes get crushed. Let's see. 1109 is the top. Will their hopes get crushed here? 1105, 1107s, 1110. There's the hope. Will you get slammed? Touching the trend. Slowing down on the trend. I see the bids dropping. Can we see the bids get under the 1110s and hold? It's a lot of red on the tape there at the trend. A lot of red coming through. Is this the killer? Is this the hope killer? Could it be? Oh my goodness. Well, it's not just snapping down, but it's just slowly draining the hope away. I mean, it's just a slow little descent. I thought it was just going to snap down, but yep, that was a good little test on the trend there. And I'll make that trend a new right there. And there is no hope left. Looks like it wants to get back under 11s. Let's go up here and look at PMV. It took a little dive as well. Never did get obvious on the 15-minute. Has this little area of the 1582s here. Just watching and waiting for obvious. Opened up under the body of this candle, 1612. The bottom of this candle is a 1607. Will it get that push down under the 15s here? Still playing around. Looks like they're trying to increase the hope here. Let's see if they get another dive down. It may actually hold here. We'll see. That was quite a move down off the trend, and it seems to be kind of trying to press back up. But if we look down here at this volume though, previous candle was 1 million shares traded. This candle is almost 200 million. So I think we're going to see another little drop off this trend. Okay, GOV still holding around that 220 level. Not looking too obvious. Man, SPRC just will not leave the $3 alone. RDBX, nothing. Okay. So this one's looking like the 16s it's bouncing a little bit on the 16s. Very low volume at this point. 50 shares. On the last candle, it was 500,000 shares traded on that one. SIGA, another try. It is grinding up now. 1117. Will it come right back under this trend at the 1110s, all the way back down? I mean, they got a lot of hopeful people in here. I hope they don't kill them all. Let's see. Okay. Buyers trying to get in. A lot of buyers. Gee whiz. Man, if they short this down, it's going to be nasty. They don't need to do these people like that. Don't do it. Don't do it, market makers. Don't do your job correctly. Get short squeezed. All right, so this would be a new level to put up here as the trend. So we can see an even clearer trend now as it begins to just come up and make these new highs. We want to see it consolidate above this 1088. So SIGA is the biggest mover there. GOVX continuing to sink off. PMVP still playing around these levels as well, going flat for a while. Don't know if it'll be able to compete with everything else. RDBX trying to get back through these levels, but there's just too much selling pressure here. At this point, the trend is all the way up here at the 802s. It's 20 cents away from it. I just don't think it's going to be able to get it. SIGA. Going to 1125. That's what you called out. Yeah, you're right. It went to 1125, but my theory is that this thing is about to dump. It's going to come down some more. It did get to 1125, but okay. 25 cents. That's nice. Okay. We need a valid trend. We got a trend line, but we also got a flat top up here. So we got a trend here, but the flat top here is the 1142 for resistance there. But we'll see what it wants to do. Looking for re-entry on SIGA. We'll see. Okay, TNXP continue to just push up slowly. RDBX holding these levels down here. But it's still doing its thing. Okay, PMVP made a low, made a higher low here at the 16s. 1608. Looks interesting. And then let's look over here at SIGA again. Where's SIGA? SIGA coming on down, and the previous hold point was a 1089. So let's see how it holds that. Yeah, it needs to, or yeah, 1075 is a better 25 cent level. But at least we have a obvious trend that is tested multiple times here after that ridiculousness this morning. But it is holding these levels of the 18 or the 1120s. So we'll definitely be watching. Top mover as of now. GOVX going on down. PMVP making moves as well. Has now held out of the trend. The trend at this point is at the 1619. So holding out there as well on PMVP. SIGA kind of slowing down here. 16 to 17 1 cent moves. And then PMVP got a 50-cent bottom down here to the 1608s. Getting a little touch right there at the 1670 or right under the 1675. Let's see if it gets any kind of rejection here. I see the 55s, 58s, 57s on the bid. So let's see if it can come on down, or does it want to start trending upwards? Threw a little wick up there, high of the 1670. And got a couple of bottoms down here right around the 16. SIGA coming on down. So yeah, this one's coming out of the bottom now. 70, 75 is about to pop. It's going to give a quick little move up. Going quite flat here. Will it be able to hold up here? Bottom of this candle is the 1634. Okay. 1680 is the top. Opened up higher. See if it'll get a drop back under. SIGA holding up those 1125s here. Come on, load up. Load up, fool. All right, so it is holding there. This is another test at this point. So let's see if we can't play around with it. Getting on up there to that level. Top side is the 1130s. This is another test on this trend that I thought it was going to be able to get through. Bottom side of this is the 1117. But on the 15-minute, we can see a good amount of rejection off of that level of the 1130. Okay, PMV. Also one of those that's holding up. So making these higher highs in here, $11 was the previous support in here, holding right above the $11 level. PMV, 7-cent breakout there from the 70s up to the 77. See if that kid wants to come on back down. SIGA is up 16%. Looking out here on the daily chart, I forgot to look at all this before I started trying to do anything with it. So it's got resistance that looks like the 12s. Okay. This one's going really flat. It's going to have to get some kind of real action in here, but the volume on these candles is just so low at this point. We'll see if it can hold up this $16 will be the next hold point for it. And this one continues to hold as well. So giving them some time. Haven't seen anything obvious yet for me. I'm pretty sure somebody's got some scalps in here. Somebody's got some good trades in here. TNPX, RDBX. RDBX coming back up to the trend on the 15-minute. Had a huge sell-off, making its way, doing a 50% retracement to the mid part of this that drop candle, which was at about the 810s. So it should be seeing a little bit of resistance up here at the 810s. Okay, so now it is continuing to hold here at these 1125s. So 1125 is looking quite interesting. Still under this breakpoint of the 1130s though. So that would be 30 up to the 40. That's a 10 cent possible gain. But still questionable. PV, PMVP coming on down once again. Do we have a new trend here or no? Holding up these levels. This has been a weird one as well. Some of these I'm like, am I sure about this? Because they haven't been like super obvious. Okay. So we got a little bit of a break point there. Up to the 1130s now, holding out of this little level. Can it hold up that 1120 though? Or is this going to be a pivot back to the downside? I just don't trust this one. SIGA's, I just don't trust it. I like it, but I don't trust it. Has a flat top up here to the 1142s that we marked on the 15-minute as well. PMVP 1640 level. One Life was calling out. There's SIGA up there to the 1150s. So the 42 getting hit, that was the flat top. Let's see what kind of pullback comes off of this 40 or the 42. Oh, you're not going to do them like that, are you, SIGA? You're not going to do them like that, are you? Just because, come on, man. SIGA's getting wild. I didn't like the way it was moving. It did get up there to that flat top, but very, very sketchy. PMV though, it's looking a lot better. Holding its levels here. This bottom is the 650s I could use as a bottom here if I wanted to. Let's see, 656. Just taking its sweet little time as well. All right, SIGA not looking too good. So PMV is going to be the next one on the list for people to move on down the list to. So let's see what kind of movement comes over here. You're in with a starter on GOVX at 220. Um, okay, let's see what we can see over here on GOVX. Got a high up there at 230. Got a little bit of a trend. Hmm. Well, I know all the volume is over here on these other two, so I don't know about GOVX, but this one, PMVP, is looking a lot better. As long as it can hold up these levels of this 609 and 15 there, could give some possible moves upward. But GOVX, it's only up 5% too. I mean, how far can it run at this point? If it didn't open up as a gapper, it only was up 5% and it's a $2 stock. I don't know. I don't know about that one. RDBX gave up the ghost as well on the 15-minute, just following that 15-minute trend on down. All right, PMVP, can you come on down and crack down this 1650 here? SIGA got big, it got a little bit of a breakthrough this 42, trying to work its way up there. So people are still willing to play with it up here. But that 15-minute chart is looking quite dicey, more and more dicey here on this flat top. There are definitely some shorts there at that 42 though. I don't think they're going to be able to buy all of those sellers right there. Well, right through it. Yeah, so SIGA is insane. I I I mean, what do you do, right? What do you do? PMVP is probably going to lose out to SIGA now. Nothing I can do there. If I'm unsure, I really just do not like hitting that buy button if I'm that unsure. GOVX did get over the 220s by 4 cents. Back up here to this flat top of the 24, coming up to the previous that previous trend line on the 5-minute. Getting a little happy there. So yeah, SIGA was the one. One Life, get in, peep, peep, PMVP, I don't know about that one. With this, look at the volume. It's only 5 million shares traded, right? And it's in competition with SIGA up here that is basically just going to the moon. And I just don't think PMVP is going to be coming up unless SIGA has something big that happens in it that causes it to fail. SIGA has sold on their retail traders or on their investors before when it was at $17. And there's a good chance that they're willing to do it again if they can. This thing, SIGA bounced down from 17 all the way down to 8 and now up here to 11, so they can sell again. That's twice their company has made money. So, you know, GOVX back under 220s very quickly. PMVP continue to just hold there. PMVP is ready to go. I could the risk there would be 50 cents, but looking at this volume here, I just don't see it. SIGA struggling around that 1150 point. If it comes back under the 1142s, I think PMV could get some attention, but at this point, I'm not too sure. Bottom of this candle is the 1645s. Let's see if it'll get any kind of push down while SIGA. See, SIGA's going up to 12, man. Double top there, but with what it's been doing, I don't think it cares about a double top. 1170 can get blown through so quick. Okay, there's PMVP coming out now. The bottom is 1645. I'm looking at this fail as PMVP is sitting down here going flat. Has just a little bit of an uptrend. Not too much, but just enough. And we'll see how it does above this 1629 level. Yeah, this thing is unpredictable, man. This thing has gotten sell-offs and then short squeeze. Sell off, short squeeze. Sell off, short squeeze. So it's like I don't even know what this thing wants to do, because at some point the sellers will start to win. PMVP back down to 1657. Just not a lot going on with PMVP. Don't really like it. GOVX continue to struggle at that 220 level. The bottom of this is the 214s. Just not a whole lot of upward motion there. But we can see obvious trends here though on the 15 minute. Okay. So now we're seeing SIGA come on down back to the 1150s. Let me check the scans and make sure. What is this ALLR? What is this thing? Up 30 something percent. ALLR. And then CVM is up 15%. Announces publication. That's just a publication news on CVM. ALLR Therapeutics shares are trading higher after Ludenberg initiated coverage on a stock buy. Target is no, I don't care about that. Okay, ALLR, not too worried about that one. Probably will continue down for the rest of the week. Okay. SIGA coming on back down to the 1142 flat top. Will it go ahead and break it down after this double top? and also PMVP coming down to the 1640s with a very small uptrend. Want to see if it breaks this uptrend down at the 1625. And the SPYs also came back down as well. Okay. Gov continues to float around that 220, not giving it up easy. Gov slipping under the 220s there. That's multiple times it's had the 220s and lost it. Okay. RDBX 2%. Okay, so now PMVP trying to show a little bit of life. Has this top of the 1679. It opened up towards the bottom of this 1650. Would love to see a tap on the 1625 before it goes. If it's going to go. Very low volume. Previous candle was 64,000 shares. Not a lot of volume at all there. And SIGA is right back up to the 1170s. Insanity. After a double top, this will be a triple top here. Well, there's the break. That's what I'm saying, bro. I don't know what this thing wants to do, man. I'm at a loss for words. Okay. I don't know. I just don't know. PMV looking like it wants to go down and test that 1633. I want to see it snap through there, though. Nice 1633 break. 38s. And then SIGA trying to get up to $12 here. So, yeah. On SIGA, I definitely, the only entry here was right here at this $11, but I mean, how would you even know? It was not obvious at all. It just came down and it was, I mean, it just got going. So at this point, I just have to not buy the high and get destroyed. Right. PMVP, we're down to 640 now. Got these two levels of somewhat support down here at the 16s. Want to see how big this thing opens up to the downside. Red on this one will be a break of the $16, but that also may be whole dollar support where it gets a bounce. So just watching for that 16 to come into play, if possible. All right, D-Port, appreciate you tuning in. Appreciate everybody over there on Twitch. And man, today has been a wild day, especially that open. But hey, I'm trying to be safe and not end my weekend on a bad note. Man. Yeah, but yeah, be safe, man. I got a few more minutes on the stream, and this is wait a minute. This is Friday. So yeah, there's gonna be craziness in the market on Friday. So this makes sense. It's Friday. Just a wacky Friday, and then it'll open up and everything will dump next week. PMVP just slowly holding these levels here, but just not enough for me. Yeah, SB Friday. People getting fried out here. You're right. Short squeezes, drops into halts. Oh my goodness, just a massacre today. But you know, sometimes it's better to be a witness than to be involved. So when the cops show up, people like, yeah, he had a blue shirt on. Oh, but based on the markets today, let me look at the overall markets, what they looking like. Markets were pretty green today though. Over on TOS. All right. Well, I've pretty much seen what I'm gonna see for today. Um, I see that this is still in a nice little downtrend on PMVP. So I think what I'm gonna do is just be observant. If there's opportunity on a Friday, take it. But if nothing sets up, don't do it. Just don't do it. Gov never did get off of that 220. Tested the trend line on the 15-minute multiple times and failed it. So yeah, just no type of no good happening today. This one though, 1650 is the top of that candle. Yeah, continues to try to fade. Holding right there on the trend. A move up here would be what, 1650s for a move up. Still don't like the hour chart. And still going quite a bit red on the 15 as well into indecision 1648. Could give a little pop, but would that pop be worth it? Let's see. These candles 658 down to the 634s with SIGA continuing to take the volume away from everything. I just don't see it. SIGA got up there. Top was the 1187. So all in all, SIGA's move, it only moved about $1 and something today. So it's not like it just did something stupid crazy. It just has some crazy moves. You know what I mean? Like 1034 up to the 1140s. Okay. $1, $2 move. It's not like we missed, you know, a life-changing event in SIGA. BKSY key spot to hold BKSY. Did it come back up here on the scans? BKSY 261. Oh no, I don't. Yeah, uh, that does. I don't know about that one. It got up and. All right, PMVP dumping through the level there back into this 16. Let's see, 16, 17, going on down, cracking that bottom 16s. Yeah. So yeah, good analysis on PMVP. Definitely left that dragon alone. Siga also coming on down as well. BKSY. I just don't know about that one. And PMVP cracking down the 16s there. Never did on the hour chart. It never did look good to come back through. Maybe later on the day, but as the day goes on a Friday, the volume just decreases and decreases. So if you get caught holding the bag, you'll really get caught holding the bag on a Friday, like on RDBX. But yeah, nice observation on the markets today. I don't think I'm not gonna sit here another 20 minutes. I don't think we're gonna see anything else on Friday. We saw a bunch of craziness, but I think I'm gonna call it quits and go and make some money, doing something else. But appreciate all of you guys for tuning in. Like I'm trying to do. I want this to be risk management central. I don't want to take a non-obvious position and risk, money that just doesn't need to be lost. And today, with all of this craziness, I was like, I just can't see any reason to buy today. So I will be back on Monday morning. On Mondays, I do come on a little bit later because I have meetings at 8 o'clock Central Time. And I come in maybe around like 30 minutes after the meeting. The meeting is usually like about 30 minutes to an hour, but about 30 minutes. And if you're in our Discord, which there was a link in the chat, if you scroll back up the chat, and there'll be a link in the description to the Discord as well. And as soon as I go live, you'll see the notification in there. But yeah, appreciate all of you guys, all of your call outs, all of your observations of what you're seeing in the market. And we'll be back Monday morning at sometime after 8. But that is it for today. And as always, if you're going to continue trading on a Friday, be careful. The bots do wake up at some point in the day. So yeah, make your money. And if there's no opportunity, just walk away. Save your weekend. And as always, I will see you in the next one. Peace.